Hi, this is Bonnie, and I thought today I'd show you how you can use BetterPress plates and turn them into wax seals. This is my first experiment that I've done with this, and I'm kind of like learning as I go. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I know so far. These are what I created. You can see that. And then also with this set, you also get, it's hard to see right here, you also get three, it's easier to show you here, you get 3 dies. And so once you get done with these, you could actually hot glue these, or you could actually use a little bit of your wax that's left and glue them onto paper and use those as seals that way. I want to explain to you also the process and why they ended up looking this way instead of like a typical wax seal that has a little bit of, oozing around it. Anyway, this is the, let's see if I can get this up so you can see it better. This is the BetterPress, Spellbinders BetterPress system that, or not system, but set that was created with Lisa Horton. She's the designer. And this particular set, as I am taping this today, was included in a Spellbinders BetterPress holiday, it was Essentials Holiday card kit, and it was for August 10th. My understanding is that this eventually will be offered, I believe, with Spellbinders. Maybe sometime in September, but I am not 100% sure. I just know that this was in the card kit. And I just wanted you to see what you can do with it. So first of all, I'm going to go back and show you again what the whole deal is. Again, like I said, these are the dies that come with it, so you can actually frame those out if you want to. This right here is a die, so that when you do this on your BetterPress, you can cut them all out at the same time. So, but what we're going to be using today is simply the BetterPress plate. And I'm going to show you how I came about doing it this way. So a couple of things you're going to need, and that is a mat. I don't know what kind of mat you call these, but they're a heat resistant. And you are going to need, I'll try to get this a little bit closer maybe. This will work. You're going to need a hot glue gun. I have one designated for hot wax. This wax comes, let me show you the paper. It comes like this. I got this from Hobby Lobby, and basically it's for your hot glue gun. Now the only con, if you want to say there's a disadvantage to doing it this way, maybe people know better, is that this is definitely designated for this, and I have to use it all, and if I change it out, there'll be a mixture. So that's why I'm saying it's designated for this one. The other thing that I'm going to be using, and you can use any brand you want to use, but I have Sizzix Luster Wax. This is rose gold. And I also have, I can never say that name, Alchemy, and it is the black. So you're going to want, if you want that look, you're going to want the black, and you're going to want some sort of gold or whatever. And the only reason I'm using the gold wax is that you can just keep them plain if you want to. So I believe this is warmed up enough that I can go ahead and get started. So, one other thing you need is I use an ice pack. This is cold ice pack. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Now I'm hoping that this whole thing, because I had to add to it because I've already made a couple. So let's go ahead and do the Merry Christmas. Hopefully this will push it through and I have enough. Okay. So you're just going to go ahead and make sure you get that covered as best you can. And then what I did before it really totally dries is I'm kind of rotating it just a little bit. I do want to get it past those little stitching if I can. It doesn't really matter because I end up cutting that part away. So I'm just kind of, making it move just a little bit while it's still a little bit hot. All right, so then all you do, get some of that coming down that way, is you just flip it over and you push down right there in the middle. All right, well that's a little warm and that's okay. And then I'm going to get my ice pack. I'm not going to burn through my ice pack. I made all that and didn't have a problem anyway. All right, that's just to cool it down. And then you can also flip it over. You can see what it's done so far. And you can cool that down too. So I'm just going to make the one. Still a little warm, not too bad. I don't know that it matters. I just think this worked well for me to use to cool it down. All right, so all I'm going to do now is just pull this off. And you can see how that looks. Like I said, it's not, I mean, I could touch it, not have any problem. And so then all you're going to do is just pull this off. Just like that, and this is what you get. Now I could have put a little bit more over there and that probably would have worked fine. But what I ended up doing, because you can't really get the blob because of the edge of this. It doesn't give you enough room. So what I do is I actually cut this part away. And I actually save it because I'm thinking that if I can remelt this, I can use it for another one. So like I said, basically I just cut this away all the way around. And I'm just using kid scissors actually. So it's cutting fine. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and save that extra wax because I know you can melt the wax, in different ways and use it. And I don't care that it's not perfect because this is not, I'm not trying to make something perfect. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and save this wax. I'm going to unplug my, I'm just going to unplug this for now because I'm not going to make another one. I'm just going to make the one to show you. Okay, and so then the next thing that I do is I'm going to go ahead and I have a sanding tool and I'm going to sand that down as best I can to make it a little bit more, I don't know, uniform. And it works fine with these sanding tools. And when I did it the first time, I actually started sanding it after I put the wax on it, and then I got my hands all in the wax, so I thought I'm going to do it this way first. And you can just do that till it's the way you like it. And you can always come back in here, like I said, and sand it more if you want. So that's the look pretty much I'm going for. I can see a little bit more. It really doesn't take that long to do them, and it's good to just, because you got the 6, you can do several at a time. So that works well. All right, moving that out of the way. So my next step is, I think I'm going to, I know this one thing warps in my, when I go to do videos, but I think I'm going to use it just because, and I'm sorry if it's doing any warping, I just don't want to get anything else messed up. I'm going to go a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. So your best bet is to do the charcoal first. I might have to stop the video for a minute to go clean off the black as much as I can off my fingers. And then all you're going to do is you're going to take this black and you're just going to rub it in there. Because I want to get the lettering to work and to really get it to work well. And like I said, you can actually, also you can take this away. You see what I'm doing? And come right back in there and take some of that away. I just wanted to get it down in there so you can see the letters. I can still see I want some up there. So you can just be as fussy as you want to be. Now that's what it looks like straight away. That's pretty simple. I, of course, wanted to go one little step further. And I got the rose gold. I think I'm going to go ahead and not do it and wash my hands. I usually wash my hands in between the colors. And for the rose gold, I'm just going to come right back in here and put that on top. You can see why I have a mat underneath. It just gets, it would get everywhere. But I did find out that I can clean it off with alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I'm kind of doing this fast. But I think you can see how that's looking so far. I could even probably get closer. All right. Now you don't have to use the same, companies I use for the wax. It's what I had. And I wasn't going to buy more just for the video or what I was doing. Use what I have, otherwise it gets ruined. It dries up or whatever. All right. So that's, other than messy fingers, that's what you end up with. It kind of looks like a coin. And like I said, if you think those edges look really rough, you just come back in here and you just sand them down because it's just wax. It's like a crayon. And you can do that. And that's how it works. And then you can use these just like you would a seal. On your cards or even decorations. It's just kind of really cool. And see, that's the color we started with. And that's how we ended up with our, kind of like I call it, a coin. So I'm going to show you how it does work. This is still warm enough I can show you. I think how you can attach the paper to these, because glue doesn't stick very well. I'll go ahead and do the one that we just did. So I'm just going to put a tab, just a tad on here. I think it's still wet. Yep, still a little bit. And I'm going to use that like glue. But you can actually use hot glue to do it. And that should work right on top of there. Unless it dries too fast. Yep, it dried too fast. So see, I can just peel that right back off. It dried too fast. I have to do it quicker because this is already, it's unplugged. So let's see if I can do that faster. There we go. Yep, it has to be hot. So that's what you can end up with. And I just wanted to share that with you. And then you can start figuring out what you want to do, how you want to attach this to things and make it a card or whatever. I have a little piece left in the center. But it works pretty good. I think it looks really fun to do. So I'll have all of my products that I used listed below in the description. So I just want to thank you for stopping by. I'm going to go ahead and show you all of them just so that you know there's a lot more you can actually do. I didn't do them all. So, oops. There you go. Thanks for stopping by.